let's talk about the Yamaha student model. Why would anybody choose a Yamaha student trumpet model?
Well, the Yamaha student trumpets, we have to see that the development behind it is really for the student. So a student trumpet is nothing for a professional player, because all the development and the ideas behind it is to make the best intonation with an easy approach to the instrument, easy blowing the instrument, and so means make the best for the beginner. But that means, on the other hand, that you don't need dynamic range like a professional player in an orchestra. You really need something that is easy to play with the best intonation and immediately a good sound.
That is fantastic, so that a student that starts playing an instrument for the first time gets some confidence back.
Exactly.
And that they have a good tool
Yes.
in their hands straight away.
Yes.
So Yamaha has produced a few student models.
Yes.
2000, 3000, 4000 and the 5000 series.
Yes.
Let's start with 2000 series.
2000 series.
The
Yes.
basic model. Give us sort of like some specifications.
Yes. I mean, specifications, I would say the 2000 model has got the very basic specifications. The valve set is a good valve set. It's built in a professional way,
Yeah.
but set up in the tolerances in everything to a student instrument. The lead pipe is made from a go brass metal. Tuning slide, everything is in a normal range, I would say, and it's an instrument that speaks well. Intonation, we don't have to talk about that. It's really in a good, best range you can get, and you can just start playing.
So if I pick
You
up
just
the trumpet,
take it and play it.
if I pick, this is the 3000 series, so
Yes.
the one up from the 2000,
Exactly.
and if I pick that one up, I can play a scale really easy. And if I was the teacher or the student, that would be the first notes that I would play, around the middle
Right.
of the instrument. And those notes are, in effect, absolutely easy to play. And they slot in so easily. So is there already now a change between the 2000 and the 3000? Is there an addition that makes this instrument
Yes.
a little bit more professional or towards a better grade?
There's a basic difference between these two models, and this is coming from the lead pipe area.
Yeah.
So the lead pipe on the 3000 series has got a reversed tuning slide,
Okay.
which means the lead pipe in total is longer than on a 2000 model.
What does that change?
Reverse lead pipes or standard lead pipes is, in the professional world, it's a matter of the preference of players. So some people feel better with the longer lead pipe because the first resistance spots in the instruments are coming later, so it feels a bit more open. And if somebody has got enough air and enough power to play it, it feels easier to play.
Okay.
But still, for many players, the standard setup of an instrument, of a trumpet, is with the standard tuning slide, so standard length of the lead pipe, and that feels good. That just feels normally and naturally good.
So in the 2000 and in the 3000 series, we have as intonation is always absolutely brilliant with Yamaha. It always feels easy to play. And here we have then the first choice. We can choose between sort of like a standard lead pipe or the reverse one, which, just puts the resistance a little bit. If you're kind of like, if you feel really strong, you are able to blow a little bit more air through
Yes.
straight away. And if you're really learning for the first time and you want something where there is no resistance, almost then you just go for you would prefer maybe a standard lead pipe.
I would see the 3000 even for players who are already a bit advanced,
More advanced,
who have played already for some time.
Yeah.
For them, it's easier to play the 3000 then, because they can already start making a special sound in this range, or even trying to play higher than on the other models, simply because of that resistance difference between the two instruments.
Something that I did not know, and if I give you the 3000 series and I pick up the 4000 series, is that there is sort of like maybe not much of an issue with the weight. All the instruments feel and also have the same weight, which I think for a small hand, if you're a beginner or if you're sort of like, a young person that starts to play, that is really important. That this instrument that you're going to hold in your hand for 10, 15, 20 minutes, hopefully a little bit longer the more you practice, maybe 2 or 3 times in the day, who knows, but sort of, or in the week, let's say, so there is no issue with holding the instrument in the hands. Ergonomically, it feels all very secure. It feels really safe. It's not too heavy. Now, the 5000 series, or this is the 4000 series. What have we added now? What have we done now to the instrument to come from a 2.3 to a 4000?
Right. On the 4000 model, that's the first model where we start to think about how can we change the sound. And in this case, we change the sound with the material of the instrument. So the 4000 series is the first series that comes with a gold brass bell section. And again, we're going back here from the reverse tuning slide to a standard tuning slide. But in general, this setup with the gold brass bell, standard lead pipe, this is a good combination. Again, it's good for beginners as well as for already advanced players. A 4000 trumpet, we've seen players playing on the 4000 trumpet even 10, 15 years. Because there is no limit. You can continue to play even if you're an advanced player.
My first trumpet for Yamaha was a 4000 series. And I wish I still would have that instrument because it just lets me do so much. So a C major scale, for me as a player, feels already more sophisticated. It feels that I am obviously learning to play still, but I can now add my own colors. I can kind of like, what I hear in my mind, I can maybe reproduce with the instrument better. I also feel I can really play with the dynamics more than I can do with the 2 and 3000 series. But one important factor is there a real big financial difference between the 2, 3 and the 4?
Well, looking at 2, 3 and 4, I must say there is of course, a step up from each range of the model, and it's still I would say in a normal, affordable range for beginners, for parents who want to have somebody or a pupil growing up with the instrument. The good thing for me is, as I said before, you can play a 4000 trumpet, you can play it for 10, 15 years. There's no problem with it. It's built so, everything is built in such a good quality that on the 4000 trumpet, for instance, the pistons are already hand lapped. So that means these pistons are almost in the quality of a professional instrument. And that makes the whole instrument really keeping a good quality for a long time.
So this would not just be for a student or for a beginner, this would be already for an intermediate player as well as maybe the amateur player who hasn't played for a few years, wants to buy a new instrument, and this would be the perfect instrument to bridge that gap. I'm not a beginner, but I want to play in my local band again, a wind band or local orchestra. This would be the perfect instrument, which doesn't cost the earth either. So it's a good investment. And then the Yamaha instrument as such are a little bit more expensive now, let's say, than other trumpets out there that are beginner instruments. But why would you choose a Yamaha and pay a little bit more in the beginning when you have an instrument, the 2, the 3 or the 4000 series?
This part I see really in the quality of the instrument. So the quality of slides, the quality of pistons, the quality of the whole metal, the whole construction of the instrument. That's built for, to use it for a long time, but also to give the best quality for a beginner to play it.
That is really important. When I have the chance to teach younger children, or sort of like in a primary school setup, and parents always ask, why shall I buy a more expensive instrument or a better made instrument, more quality, more control that you have as a player and also over the instrument? I always say, because it is a wise investment.
Yes.
Because if you sort of like pay a little bit more and you have a good quality instrument, you will have less problems with it, less repair costs. So therefore it's a good idea to maybe invest in a good instrument from the start. And you want to give your children the best start, or the best possible instrument when they start. So there are not any physical, not any mechanical problems when you play. So that you just sort of like get the best start to play. We have also the 5000 series. Tell us a little bit about that as well, because that is really interesting as well.
So the 5000 series is an advanced student model. We see it as, I would say, intermediate range. It's a model where we combined already professional parts, like the bells, for instance, from the higher professional series with some parts from the student series. And also there is already some professional development behind it, of professional players in orchestras who have tested it, to find the best balance in this instrument already, for a very good price, I must say.
So this instrument I could take to my first audition, or I could take to an audition to a college, like the Royal Academy, the Royal College. Other colleges are available, of course, but just sort of like I can take this instrument and be my first companion for my first steps into the profession.
Yes.
I might just have to take that one with me.
Okay. Okay.